Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Vico and Crypto. My name is Vico. Vitalik recently announced that the merge could happen in August. Today in this video we are going to understand what this merge is and why this merge is considered to be one of the most anticipated event, not only just in Ethereum but in the blockchain history. So let's start with understanding what the merge is. There are some FUDs going on in the market. What will be the consequences of this merge? Today we will understand whether those FUDs are true or not. There are some technicalities which are related to developers, investors, stakers, validators, etc. In this video we are going to cover every part of those technicalities, and most importantly we are going to understand a little bit about what the architecture of current Ethereum is and how it will be after the merge has happened. After this announcement, somebody has already created this website when merge, but one thing we have to remember, that is, this is an anticipated launch of the mainnet. Before that is going to happen 4 days later. It's the testnet. The testnet of the merge is going to launch 3 days, 20 hours from now on June 8th. Let's take a deep dive into what this merge is. We already know that in this event, what we were expecting was that Ethereum will be transitioning from a proof of work mechanism to a proof of stake mechanism. Proof of work, we already know it is a type of consensus mechanism where miners indulge in a competition. It is a competition of solving a mathematical problem, and because of this competition, this consensus mechanism is very energy intensive. A lot of energy is spent in mining new bitcoins, or let's say new Ethereum, or adding the new block to the blockchain. With proof of stake, it is not the same case. With proof of stake, there is no competition. The opportunity to add the block into the blockchain, it is distributed randomly to the validators, but the criteria to distribute this opportunity depends upon the amount of Ethereum or the amount of the tokens of that blockchain you are holding in your wallets. This is why it is called proof of stake. Just because there is no competition, the amount of energy spent in proof of stake consensus mechanism, it is like barely 0.5% or even 1% of what we are spending on proof of work. With this whole Ethereum 2.0 or this transition to proof of stake blockchain, Ethereum will be changing the way transactions are validated. Technically, proof of stake is not a new mechanism. There are blockchains that are already working with the proof of stake consensus. Ethereum is also taking this decision to adopt this consensus mechanism for the sole reason being this consensus mechanism is easily more scalable. It is the transaction per speed or the throughput of the blockchain is much higher. The blockchains using this type of consensus mechanism, they're more efficient, like work efficient. So this is why Ethereum announced this whole decision to transition to proof of stake years ago, but now we can see finally that this event is coming, and most importantly the testnet is coming on June 8th. In the proof of stake mechanism, in case of Ethereum, it is like these amounts are locked in a smart contract, right? So if you are willing to become a validator of Ethereum's blockchain, or you have to lock at least 32 Ethereum into a smart contract, and based on the amount of Ethereum you are locking in the smart contract, you will be given the opportunity very proportionately to let's say the percentage of Ethereum you have staked compared to the total Ethereum staked in the network. Into the network, you will be given 1% chance to add the blocks into the blockchain. Right now, what we see, the major problem with Ethereum was that each transaction was costing like $150. Sometimes when people are trading on marketplaces, or let's say DeFi platforms that are built on Ethereum, let's say NFT marketplaces like OpenSea or decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, for one single swap, they might have to pay like as high as $140. One thing which Ethereum is definitely trying to obtain with this whole switch is that they want to reduce their fees, their network fees, their gas fees. In this diagram, you can see there are two blockchains. One of them is this main chain, which is already working on proof of work. Then there is the second chain, which is called as Beacon chain. Beacon chain runs parallel to the main Ethereum blockchain. While developers are busy building, platforms on this whole main chain, right now, yes, you can't do anything on this beacon chain other than just staking some Ethereum. This beacon chain is based on proof of stake mechanism. You can see here, beacon chain is already live. The blocks are being added to the blockchain. All the information you want, like you can get in a general block explorer. This is the block explorer of the beacon chain. All the technicalities, you can find them here. 12,000 votes, signatures, state roots, etc, etc. But what we are coming to is that this beacon chain is already live, and right now it is just running parallel to the Ethereum blockchain. What is important to note is it is working kind of in between the proof of work main blockchain and shards. What are shards? In very simple language, what if I have to tell you what shards are? There is this whole blockchain network, right? And we will split them into very small partitions. Now we will distribute the work of, let's say, validating the block and the activities that happen on the blockchain. We will run these activities parallelly in these shards, and then we will combine them in the main chain. So right now, think of it like beacon chain is actually connecting. So think of it like this beacon chain is actually connecting these shards and the main chain. There is a smart contract in the current Ethereum blockchain that allows validators to stake their Ethereum in the proof of stake protocol of beacon blockchain. The amount of Ethereum they have to stake to become a validator is 32 ether. Like I told you, in the case of proof of stake, the opportunity to add the block is awarded randomly. So this randomness, this beacon chain, it generates a random number of random sample of validators for block proposals and voting duties. So you can say in simple words that this randomness that is being generated in the proof of stake protocol, it is being generated by beacon chain as of now. This way, we are also stopping the validators from, let's say, colluding or influencing the system in any way. So as of now, majority of these smart contracts, they run on the main blockchain. Now the main task of this beacon chain, it is to manage these validators. It is to make sure that these validators are depositing at least 32 ethers on the proof of work chain. Remember, these 32 Ethereum, they are not deposited on beacon. As of now, there is no functionality like that. It is not functional to send and deposit transactions or Ethereum. Right now, these 32 ethers are deposited on proof of work chain, which is the main Ethereum chain. This beacon chain, it decides who will mint or who will add the next block based on the random sampling and the random selection it is doing. And right now, as I already told you, all the major activities of, let's say, transactions or even smart contracts, they are being run on the main proof of work chain. The question comes, what is going to happen in this merge? Think of it like this. This merge, it is not like a merge. It is like a switch. So this merge will switch the mainnet version of Ethereum. By the mainnet version, I mean most important part of Ethereum blockchain, that supports transactions, like all the transactions of Ethereum and the smart contracts. This part will be switched to be a part of the beacon chain. I just now told you, with this beacon chain, right now you are not able to do anything other than staking Ethereum and becoming a part of the validator set. You might remember these whole services of staking Ethereum, they were announced years ago, I think back in 2020. It has already been like 1.5 years. People have staked, I don't know, like millions of dollars worth of ether on this beacon chain. You can see here 12.76 million ether, and still increasing, have been already staked in Ethereum 2.0. This is like 10.73% of the circulating supply, and it is not a small amount. One of the biggest FUD which is coming with this whole merge thing, it is that once this merge happens in August, all this Ethereum that is staked or locked in the smart contracts of the beacon chain, they will be released. And if this huge amount of Ethereum is released, there will be a lot, like a humongous amount of mass selling of Ethereum in the market. Is it true? No, it is not. It is not true. the entire amount of this Ethereum, it is not going to get unlocked. As of now, these Ethereum will be getting released in tranches, or let's say it is a very common practice of the blockchain industry, something which all protocols do it. Whenever this huge amount of funds are locked in a smart contract or locked, let's say locked in a protocol, they release it with a vesting schedule. They release it in portions, in percentages. For example, now what we are seeing with Luna airdrop, the entire amount of the staked Ethereum will not be immediately released when the merge takes place. And also because it is needed to secure the network and guarantee consensus in the beacon chain, there has to be Ethereum locked in the validators' wallets for them to participate in the consensus of the beacon chain. I'm not saying that none of it will be released. It will be released. And even if you think of it like this, let's say 10% of 13 million, 1.3 million Ethereum is unlocked, and let's say it is sold in the market. We are considering the worst case scenario, right? 1.3 million Ethereum sold in the market. It will bring a considerable sell pressure on the Ethereum. So as an investor, whether you should invest in it or not, I will leave this to you. What I was saying was, one thing that I'm very optimistic, very bullish about Ethereum's this transition is, see the huge companies that are working on Ethereum blockchain. Just look at Uniswap. See the trading volume of Uniswap. Look at Compound Finance. Look at Aave, the lending protocol. Look at OpenSea, the NFT marketplace. They're all working on Ethereum. Imagine the transaction fees of all these platforms going so low, which is like even now 0.5% of what it currently is. The adoption it is going to bring to all these businesses, it is going to be huge. Does this merge mean that whatever has happened in the Ethereum till now, it will go completely obsolete? No. I mean, all the database that Ethereum has created till now in its main proof of work blockchain, it will still exist. You can still go to block explorers like Etherscan. You will still be able to see the point till which the blocks were mined. However, the miner activity on Ethereum, it might go down. It will go down, and I mean, it's clear. All the miners of Ethereum, they will have to mine somewhere else. I will give you a small description or small understanding of what Ropsten is. Ropsten was launched back in 2016, and Ropsten till date, it is Ethereum's longest running testnet environment. As of now, Ropsten is also working on proof of work. Testnets very identical to the main nets because they have to be used by developers to test smart contracts, to build decentralized applications, to test each and every part of operation of an application they are building. You can transact Ethereum also on Ropsten, but this Ethereum is like valueless. It is a dummy Ethereum. Any change that happens on Ropsten testnet, it will not happen on the mainnet. These are two separate environments completely. One of the main reasons why it is very important for a testnet like this to exist is because it will give, it gives developers very key insights into any kind of potential problems that may arise in their dApps, and it will most importantly give the insights to the Ethereum developers to analyze any kind of problems that might happen on the blockchain. So this is why these testnets are very necessary. As of now, you can see in the announcement on June 8, Ropsten is going to transition to proof of stake, and you can go on Ethereum Foundation blog. There is this whole announcement about this merge happening. After this Ropsten transition, 2 more testnets of Ethereum, that are Goerli and Sepolia, they will also be transitioning to proof of stake. And then later, maybe Vitalik says maybe in August or maybe later than August, the whole transition of Ethereum blockchain to proof of stake will happen. This is not the most important announcement because a major part of Ethereum 2.0, like I showed you in this diagram, was also shards. So when these shards are coming, we don't know yet. But as of now, what we are going to see is this leftmost part, it is going to be obliterated. It is going to be completely removed, and we will be only left with a beacon chain that is working with proof of stake consensus and with shards, God knows when they're coming. So this way, this was the entire plan of Ethereum 2.0 to make Ethereum more scalable, more energy efficient, more cost efficient, and most importantly, challenge all these blockchains that call themselves Ethereum killers This is Ethereum's response to them, that boy, you can't kill me. I'm still going to be the best. And this is a movement in the very positive direction for all these platforms that are working on Ethereum blockchain. However, we investors are a little bit concerned about the Ethereum that are going to be unstaked once this mainnet transition happens. This is why I am not investing in Ethereum right now. I'm still waiting that it's a mixed feeling that this whole major upgrade can influence investors to maybe dive into a FOMO and buy a lot of Ethereum and possibly kick Ethereum's prices up. But at the same time, a decent amount of Ethereum will be unstaked. Even like 20-30% of these validators, they decide to sell Ethereum, there will be a sell pressure. There will be a significant sell pressure to push the Ethereum's prices downwards. Ethereum and Polkadot are the only two projects I am in for the technology. I just love the technology which these two projects bring. I mean, this is why I just love the developer ecosystem of Ethereum and Polkadot both. The world wants to stake Ethereum, and this is why we are seeing in the in the Glassnode statistics that it's like $30-40 billion of Ethereum staked, just staked. And there are like more than 400,000 validators, you see, 400,000 validators around the world. And these validators will try to increase their stake in the network. Like I mentioned in the case of proof of stake, they want to add more blocks to the blockchain, and in return, they want to earn more rewards, more staking rewards. So this is why I am very confused right now, because the impact it is going to have, it can be either side. I don't know which side of the weighing scale will be more heavier. I'm very keen to see what impact it will leave on the whole Ethereum community. Other than this, if you have any questions about the merge, about proof of stake, about different variants of proof of stake, what all things proof of stake can solve, okay, I will make a separate video on very detailed deep dive into proof of stake consensus mechanism, and also the differences between proof of work and proof of stake. So please stay tuned. Till then, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share this video with your friends. I know they are willing to learn more and more about Ethereum's future. Easily, it is the largest blockchain functioning right now. And they will be more and more keen to know what the future of Ethereum looks like. And most importantly, if you are investing in Ethereum, what the future of your investments look like. So please subscribe to my channel. And it was great discussing this whole topic again. So thank you. Namaste.